G'day, Craig Fisher. Let me introduce Mark Eastham. Mark's from EDH Architects. Mark, g'day mate. Thanks for taking the time today.
Good morning.
Good morning, mate. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay, obviously born and bred in Newcastle, so obviously
Novocastrian?
Novocastrian, true and through. But obviously I went to Newcastle Boys High School in primary. I studied architecture in Newcastle. Then migrated down to the Central Coast in 1988.
1988.
So that's 30 odd years ago.
Wow. Just like yesterday.
Yeah, migrated through baseball, so I started playing sport.
Baseball?
Yeah, baseball. I played baseball for New South Wales in Australia, and I got asked to come down and play baseball here in the Central Coast, first grade division.
Yeah. And it's all written in stone since?
Yeah, all written in stone since. So
Fantastic.
then obviously met my gorgeous wife, and we've got 3 beautiful children, and I live in this wonderful world in Blue Bay.
Yeah, and that it is. So tell us, EDH Architects, tell us, how was that born? Tell us a bit about that.
How was it born? I've probably got to go back to I think that conversational piece with my father at home at the age
Beautiful story.
age of 11, 12. And I vividly remember sitting at the back of our little patio looking at, my father was, he loved birds, finches. So I was sitting there one morning, he sort of turned to me and he said, so son, what do you want to be? At 11 and 12, obviously, sort of going, well, that's
big question.
I haven't thought about it, but I have. I want to be a pilot or an architect. He sort of just looked at me quietly, said to me, son, planes crash. And I said to him, I'm going to be an architect. And ever since then, that's where I think, it's like any good architecture, it's from the inception through the completion. And my whole journey in life was from that pivotal point, from the age of 11, 12 to where I am today. I wanted to be an architect. I had the passion to be an architect. I put everything I've had in life into that, and this is where I am today.
Yeah,
25 years later, EDH Group has been around the Central Coast and particularly predominantly in Blue Bay.
Tell us about 23 Arena Pro. Tell us about this stunning project we're sitting in right now.
Obviously, Titan Rise presented themselves to my office, obviously through Rain Horton, himself, personally. They bought this quaint little yellow-clad cottage with a red roof, with a bullnose, a veranda. It was called the Shack. I remember when you brought them to my office, obviously you go through the preamble, you try to ascertain a client's brief. They would be the only client that gave me the total flexibility, which is in a limited brief, as in terms of all I want is my family to be established in a home here. So my interpretation of that was to impart the family's presence to the site. Now, impart to me as an architect, it's powerful because it's to give or to grant somebody that.
Yeah.
So that's to provide their family a home of significance. So impart the family's permanence to the site. And they wanted a home that has had and will have good life cycle assessments, longevity, robustness, and to ensure that it's connected to the site's context.
Yeah.
That's views and positioning.
So tell us a little bit about the design itself. Tell us about the airflow principles. Tell us about the design principles of the property.
Well, just going back to that word impart, that give, grant, it's like the sun imparts its warmth. So as an architect, when we're looking at any design criteria, you look at the context of the environment, you look at the typologies of what you want to bring to the development in the house to make it unique, to ensure that we have got adequate passive design principles, which is wind and rainwater harvesting and the like, sun generation. I think, like I've said before, a house is a living, breathing organism.
Absolutely.
It's like our lungs, you have to make sure they're filtered.
Yeah.
So this home here, we ensured through obviously an architect, a couple of words, it's knowledge, it's judgment,
Yeah.
it's creativity, and it's professional responsibility. So we try to bring in those 4 elements into our design creativity.
Yeah.
So the
Well, you've
creativity
certainly
is,
achieved that here.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the creativity is based on sound engineering principles, through knowledge of other sites we've done.
Yeah.
This house here, particularly when you that particular question about the passive design, the light, the wind, this house here that we designed, we wanted to ensure that it could breathe properly. So we've opened up the entire cross flow ventilation from one side to the other,
Yeah.
through window. There's 4 pockets that you open up through the inner workings of the house to allow wind to travel right through. So the house can be cleansed, night purging,
Yeah.
what you want to call it. So that's one main element. The other element is to promote and implement architecture, particularly on the construction phase, which is uniquely different. The typologies of this home, we have 11.5 metre span of post-tension concrete roof slabs
Wow.
in one slab. These slabs weigh approximately 19 tonne. Now they're held up by the precast concrete panels. They're 2.5 metres wide by 6 metres high. Obviously they're thermomass panels. They have insulation properties within.
Yeah.
So the house is designed to have creature comfort, whilst exploiting this process of engineering as a unique prototype.
Oh, absolutely. And as I said, I really do feel you've achieved it. We're sitting in this beautiful nook right now. We've got the sun coming through the sheer curtains there. We've got the breeze just lapping through, so you can feel that. Just with the actual concrete with the wood, it's a magnificent thing. So if you're looking for Todd and Roz to actually leave something behind and leave their mark on the Perth, their legacy, you've certainly created that monolithic home for them.
Yeah, look, obviously too, you talk about that key word, their legacy. At EDH Group, being architects, my main passion in life is to leave legacies.
Yeah.
Where, as an architect, what we strive to do is to obviously serve the community and protect the environment, and that's by creating things. Whereas it's like, I think it's Ludwig Wittgenstein. He's got a saying which is, good architecture always responds with a gesture.
Yeah.
So this design, this home that has been implemented to its sites and environs, I believe, and it has, and it always will, not only be a legacy, but good architecture always follows with a response and a gesture. And there's a lot of people, I still vividly remember when these unique construction technologies, the precast walls and the slabs coming in with a 250 tonne crane, creating them up in the middle of the street. The whole street is obviously gated and closed off.
Yeah.
And there would have been about 30, 40 people out on the front street looking at the process. And when you hear the words, uttered, oh wow, I've never seen this before. That, as an architect, it inspires you to go, wow, we're creating something that the community is feeling some sort of sensation out of.
Absolutely.
And that was an experience that I haven't had before in other projects.
Yeah. Well, that by the way wasn't just here in the street. That was up at the cafes in Twin Bay with everything coming in on the trucks as well as it would pass through. So everybody up there, actually, as that was driving past, knew where that was coming to.
Absolutely.
To this house.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why it's very iconic. And when we talk about, all we want to do as architects is to create something that's fit for purpose, that's for the user and the occupant's satisfaction. To create something iconic, well, that's lovely. We talk about timeless architecture. We talk about architecture that doesn't come and go, it's there forever. I believe this home is that.
Yeah.
It's something, whereas it's not going to be, that's the house that was designed in the 2000s.
No.
It's a house that's going to always be the holy grail in architecture. It is a prototype. So it's a wonderful journey. It's our vision. The client's Toz and Roz's legacy, and it'll be any person after that lives here will always be their dream.
Oh,
So it's
absolutely.
a vision, a legacy, and a dream. And I think we've achieved that.
Absolutely. One of the things I really love about this home, is, apart from all the beautiful architecture, it's just that it's easy functionality. Like it's a quintessential beach house. I can get up in the morning, go across the street, I can have my swim. I don't have to worry too much about making sure that I dance around on the eggshells of the property. I can walk into my house and I can get on with my life, and the home can take it.
It's an open palette. As I've sort of indicated before briefly, is that the house, nothing touches the wall. Walls are separated. You let the materials be what they want to be.
Yeah.
We're all like that. We all want to be who we are. We all want to let others know what we're here for. The public was here to be looked at, to the touched and the felt. It's what it is.
Yeah.
The house here is very open. It is open for you can never ascertain or create sun in a home that's not designed to actually have the sun.
Yeah.
You can always close off the sun. This house here, you can follow the sun. You can go from the front, the open canopies of the views out to here.
Yeah.
You can close it off for your privacy. So you can always create your own privacy, but you've got the view corridors.
Yeah. Right through to the electronic levers.
From the rear of the house to the front of the house. So it's, we believe and we know it's an extremely well designed home.
Absolutely.
For the users.
Absolutely, and the users for futures to come as well.
Absolutely, it's their dream.
So tell us then, let's talk about future. What's the future hold for EDH Architects?
Obviously, predominantly EDH Group is always from the foundations of when we opened the practice in 1995 was to create or bring something to the community that was different. We've always looked at doing quality designs as in terms of the principles. We do probably all exclusive coastal homes, predominantly on the ocean or near the ocean. The future for us, where we're going as a company, is to move into robotics. This is a pre-manufactured home in essence.
Yeah.
It's about 50%. So the precast panels are manufactured off-site, they're brought to site. It's better for life cycle assessments, the environment. The future in robotics is whereas houses in the future can be cut from CNC machines, ordered, designed, and brought to site and put together. We want to have different typologies in construction. Thank you.
Yeah.
We want to have different typologies. Isn't it beautiful when the curtains just come around and hug you in the environment? So that's the whole Bauhaus concept. Robotics, different typologies, promote and bring to the community affordable, flexible, energy efficient buildings that can be relocated whilst creating communities. That's our vision.
I always remember when I first met you, so it would have been about 10 years ago, and that was the same thing you said 10 years ago, so you're saying it now.
Yeah, I find...
And it was real touching that we're in a world today that it's as fast and as hard as it is, and that we've still got people like yourself that think that way, because that is the future.
Yeah, and I think all of us collectively together, fundamentally we want to provide homes of this scale and nature that's driven by architecture, the sites and environs, that everyone has the opportunity to have.
And they should.
And they should. And that will come in the next 10 to 20 years through robotics. But once again, I can't just jump into that. I love acquiring the knowledge, the expertise, and you bring that 10 years ago I said that, yes I did. But if I haven't established and gathered the information that I need, I won't be able to implement that accordingly. So my journey for the last 10 years of creating different prototypes in buildings and architecture, and obviously that prototype's a one-off.
Yeah.
It's like setting the man to the moon.
We're sitting in it, setting one of them.
Sitting in one of them here.
Yeah.
If I haven't done that, experienced that, learned from that, grown through the processes, I can't move into that community robotic typologies. this is a great experience. This lighthouse of that. This is the start of that 10 years conversation we had probably back at my office. I think when your office is in front of mine.
Well, mate, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day, and I know you're a very private man, and sharing some of your life with us. Craig Fisher with Mark Eastham from EDH Architects. Mark, thanks very much again.
Thank you, pleasure.
Thanks, mate.